Hi everybody, I'm Jack Jinseki, and joining me today is Kane Kosmos.
Hello.
So, Kane, what kind of content do you like to make?
It's really a variety. Sometimes I'm doing like gaming by myself, sometimes I'm doing gaming stuff with like my crew that I own. Sometimes I'm just kind of like doing chill stuff while I'm doing stuff in like Blender, Unity, or I'm just drawing.
hmm So, what made you want to be a VTuber?
Um, it was like years ago. One of my friends had shown me a video of a VTuber. I don't remember
Hmm.
who it was. But like I kind of got into watching a lot of VTubers and everything, and then I had gotten into watching this one streamer who actually wasn't a VTuber, but like watching them stream all the time just really made me want to do it because I like enjoyed like the community that they had and like how like interactive they were with everyone. And like sadly they don't stream anymore, but I still like use them as like my reason for why I like started.
Hmm. Are you able to say who it is, or is that foreboding?
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. They went by the name Hydrophytic.
Hmm.
They usually played like a bunch of like TF2 and like watched memes and stuff, and it was always fun. And they actually let people like play with them, so like it was nice getting to play TF2 with them.
Nice. So, what was the process for creating your show?
My process.
Yes. When you first started making it, how did you go about deciding what you wanted your show to be?
You mean like my like model and stuff?
Sure, yeah. How about that? Let's go with that. What was the process for creating your model?
Uh, well, like I said, like the one that I have on now is not like my main character, but it is like linked to my main character.
Mm-hmm.
But my main character is a toxic waste shapeshifter, and like literally my whole basis behind it was just I wanted a design that was kind of like unique that like I don't really see anywhere.
mm-hmm.
So then, if somebody like looks up like, oh, the toxic waste VTuber, and then like I would be there, like everybody would know like what you're talking about because it's like such a unique design.
That is very interesting. I've certainly never heard of it. I re- I really like hearing like when a VTuber has something that is totally unique, uh,
Mhm.
that really sets them apart. So do you have any like additional lore for your character?
I have like a whole long story for him, honestly. Like there's been at least two different versions of him already, and I'm working on like a third one with like a new outfit and hair and stuff like that.
hmm
But essentially, like his story is that like he gave himself up to a science lab for like testing, and then like they apparently did so much testing on him with like how different forms of like toxic waste would affect like a human that he eventually became like 90% just toxic waste himself.
Wow.
Yeah. And then like the model I'm currently in like lore wise was one of the scientists that was actually controlling the experiment that he was involved in.
Hmm. So, what was your favorite accomplishment of your channel so far?
Um Honestly, just like getting to make my own team and everything and being able to just like find more ways to like involve my friends with like more of my streaming stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest change to your channel since you started VTubing?
Um well, I mean, it's definitely made me more of like a social person because I used to be like really, really quiet and like, not many people came around and
Yep.
You know, like I really just kind of kept to myself. I didn't really do too much, but like especially recently, like there's been like a few more people around where I feel like I finally got like a good design that I want to do. So like I feel like more social. I feel more like confident in myself, and like also like the look I'm trying to give out.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yay.
So, what do you hope to accomplish through your channel?
Um, honestly, just to be that person. Like we all got that one person that like, or like we've all got that one streamer, YouTuber, whatever. Like as soon as you see like they start up their stream or they start like uploading a YouTube video or whatever, it's like just seeing that notification come by, like it brings you like to a smile even if you've had a really bad day.
Oh,
So like
nice.
I kind of hope to be that person, at least to someone.
That is pretty cool. That is a pretty neat thing. There are some times that I'll see like a notification and I'll just I have to stop everything and just drop it and just go watch it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you have any creators who are like that you watch?
I mean, probably mostly people like, you know, Iron Mouse or like Kenji, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just any of like the V Shoujo members.
Mm.
But like also just like if I see any of my friends that I know that do streaming and stuff, if I see them go live, I'm like, all right, drop everything, go support them.
Nice. I certainly have a few friends like that. Uh, so, who is your favorite VTuber and why?
um, so if we're going like big VTuber wise, definitely Kenji,
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that like, and I think like my reason has only grown like more recently too. Like he's not afraid to tell people off, like, you know, take control of like his own stream
Mm-hmm.
and be like, yo, and I'm like, he's not afraid to tell people like this shouldn't be said, or you know, like that's not okay, like you can't be saying this kind of stuff around here.
Mm.
Or he'll like turn it around and be like, no, you're wrong and here's why, and it'll actually make sense.
Mm.
If we're talking like smaller VTuber wise, honestly, my friend King Mecha Man, because like I start he is so underrated. Like he never really gets many people to watch him or anything, which I think is kind of sad because like he's honestly like a really funny dude. He's been like my best friend for like years now, and he's probably one of the funniest people I have ever like met or seen, and he even portrays that like on his streams as well.
Oh, nice. So is his character is it a mecha?
No. It's like an OC that he has based off of like a game character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, if you're having your ideal stream, who are you inviting on? And it can be anyone.
I would have to say my two best friends on here. Tac. I am the tactician and Cedar VT,
Mm-hmm.
because they were like whenever I started to like actually kind of try to push myself out there to like get to meet new people in the VTubing scene and everything. They were like two of the first people that I had really talked to, and like every experience that I've had playing games with them, talking with them, just everything in general has just always been super fun. It's always enjoyable, and just overall I just enjoy my time with them a lot.
Nice. So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be an entertainer?
Uh, don't be afraid to be yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like, especially in the VTubing scene, there is a lot of pressure to, you know, like be like other VTubers, you know, have some fancy model, or, you know, females to have a high-pitched voice, or for the males to have an overly muscular model and stuff like that. But it's like, they honestly, like, yeah, the models and everything are nice, the voices and whatever, they're all nice, but at the end of the day, like, just be who you are, because your community is there for you, not for like the content that you make or that you have.
This is something that does come up on in my interviews from time to time. I think I want to call it the Mr. Beast effect.
Okay.
You know, the weird artificial sounding voice, the artificial everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everybody, I just put 100 eggs in my pants. I don't know. Then I walked down.
Oh God.
Then I walked around New York City for 6 hours. I don't know.
I've never understood that. Like, I get it, it's funny, but like, why? Why do that? It's like it's like somebody being like, I sat in a bin of snakes for 24 hours, and I'm like, nah, I could never. I would never do this. I don't even care if it gets me like millions of views. I could never.
I just spent the last 20 minutes burning money in front of the local homeless.
I burned the local orphanage just to build them a new one.
I love that. You go down there, you burn it down. They're like, what are you doing? Our life is ruined. Everything is gone. And then you're like, I'm gonna build you a new one. And then they build it, and it's like a giant building that's like the shape of their face.
It like looks like a prison afterwards.
Oh God. So, what was the first anime you ever watched, and what drew you to it?
Okay, so the one that introduced me to anime was Bleach, but the first one that like I actually like watched myself was Inuyasha.
So did you watch all of Bleach?
I am still in the process of doing that.
I really liked Bleach up to a point, and it was very early on, admittedly. But the trouble is that I have problems with names, and you probably understand where I'm going with this, where your sword has like 8 different names that get progressively longer.
Exactly. Like one of my friends was just like, "Oh, would you be a Soul Reaper?" And I was like, "I can't remember all their names. I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast."
Oh boy.
I'd go to call out my sword and call it by the wrong name, and it would get mad at me.
That's a troubling effect of being in the Bleach world, is that you're trying to have a sword fight, and then your sword gets testy with you. Oh God! And then draws you into some bizarre philosophical afterlife, and you have to deal with that, and then you have to go back to the battle and deal with that.
Just drags you into the underworld.
Shoot. So, if you could go to an anime convention tomorrow, whom would you cosplay as?
Oh, good question.
And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be like what you have with you.
Yeah. Definitely somebody from Demon Slayer.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, probably like Zenitsu. Zenitsu's like one of my favorite characters, and I feel like I could actually somewhat act as the character too. since I know him so well.
So as someone who's bad with names, he's the blonde kid, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
With all the electric and everything, the one that's constantly chasing around Nezuko, going Nezuko and failing.
When I first started watching that series, I was like, okay, he's really irritating, but he's one of those characters who kind of grew on me over time.
Yeah. Yeah, like at the very beginning, I was like, okay, crybaby character, and then just as he developed later on, I was like, all right, you're cool.
Oh boy. So, what do you look for in a video game?
Just the amount of fun I can have out of it, as long as it doesn't like, just throw me into the middle of something and just say, hey, figure it out. Because I'm a little stupid and I'm bad with directions. I got lost in Binding of Isaac, for God's sakes.
So, are there any video games you're looking forward to?
Like to play, or that's like coming out?
Doesn't matter. You take it wherever you want.
Honestly, like I just went and got the Me-Side game the other day, so I'm honestly looking forward to playing that.
I keep seeing everybody playing Me-Side. I only see like 10. I turn on a stream for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, do I really want to sit through this? And so, up until now, although I've seen like half a dozen different people play it, I don't understand why it's supposed to be a horror video game.
Yeah. I think it's just kind of like small indie horror. But I think that's like what kind of makes it a little, like from what I've seen of it so far, like even I would be like, why is it a horror? I think it's just kind of like a mental horror or something. I'll not, like I'd have to look more into it, but I know it's not like, spooky horror type of thing.
So it's not like jump scare or anything like that?
Yeah, no, not from what I've seen. It's more of just like it builds the connection that you have with the character in the beginning to like kind of like the whole thing of like with anime where they make you like a character and then 2 episodes later they kill them off type of thing. So like it's kind of like that thing. They make you build up a reputation with Mita, the character, and then she becomes like psychotic or like something bad happens with her and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I won't lie to you. If you wanted to make sure I never play a video game, you pretty much gave me the exact reason. I can't stand it when an anime spends the first half making you fall in love with a bunch of characters and spends the second half systematically killing off all of them.
Oh yeah, no, me with Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, they do that in Hunter x Hunter? I gave up because they kind of got into the power levels thing, and that's another thing that kind of kills an anime for me.
Yeah. I haven't gotten that far, I don't think.
It's during an arc called Greed Island, I think it's called.
Dude, okay, yeah, I haven't gotten to there yet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the reason that I had to drop Jujutsu Kaisen.
JJK is so good though.
I'm sure as heck not watching Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, no, I don't even bother with that. I'm gonna like a character and they're gonna die 2 episodes later, and then they're gonna make me like another one and do the same thing.
You got Akame ga Kill, if you're familiar with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and finally the crowning achievement of shows that really frustrated me in this way was Gurren Lagann. Oh my god. They just... The first half of that show...
Remind me.
The first half of that show is brilliant. It's engaging, it's fun, and then the second half of it is just like, let's just take all the fun you've ever had and just slowly drag it out of your life by force. Oh,
that shit made me cry.
That was painful. Oh. Anyway. uh, back to the interview thing. This is an interview, I am informed. So your friends just dropped in to play video games. What are you playing?
Lethal Company.
It's funny because I was planning on having a my first official collab earlier before this stream. Unfortunately, the other person had to cancel, and it was Lethal Company, and I'd never played it before.
Yeah, it would. I would say either Lethal Company or Lockdown Protocol. Those are both great.
Nice.
Where like Lockdown Protocol is basically kind of like, what is it? Kind of like Among Us in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like even if the murderer dies, like the game still continues and you have to complete all of the tasks. It's very fun. You can cause a lot of chaos. It's because the fact, like I said, even if the murderer dies, the game still continues. So, like, somebody could kill the murderer and they would never know. And so while everybody is still, like, innocent, everybody is still, like, antsy of everyone that's in the game, being like, are you gonna kill me? Are you gonna kill me?
Oh, that's great. I'll have to look into that one because I have heard of it. I've never played it though. Although then again, I've never played most of the games that have been popular this year.
Hey, I'll say if you want, like the next time I play, I'd be down to invite you.
Oh, absolutely. Shoot me a link. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So now we're moving on to what I refer to as the non sequitur questions. A little more in the random space. Which do you prefer, Elvis or the Beatles?
Beatles.
Nice. Any reason why, you think?
Mostly it was just because, in middle school, I was in an orchestra class, and on days, like, after our concerts, the orchestra and band classes would always, like, join up in the room, and, like, we would, like, watch movies or do, like, just random things together. But what the band teacher's favorite thing to do was to just blast out Beatles songs and tell us, like, random Beatles facts. Like, I can't tell you how much that I know about their, like, whole trip of the fact of Paul being dead, even though, he's the last one alive now. Like, the drum in the mirror, the black rose that he has on him, the fact he's barefoot on the album that has them walking across the street. Like, there's so many different signs just everywhere.
Yeah.
Even in one of their songs, if you play it backwards, it just says Paul is dead.
I did hear about that one. I think that somebody says that at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever, somebody says, I buried Paul. Like,
oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, and you listen to it and you're like, it doesn't sound like it sounds like a voice, but I can't understand what it's saying. It doesn't sound like I buried Paul though.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were in the orchestra. What did you play?
I played the viola for 3 years.
Oh, nice.
But I did give it up just because, like, I saw, like, I just was not doing as well as other people. Like, yeah, I was like, okay, like, I wasn't bad at it, but, like, I just wasn't as good or, like, catching up to, like, all of the people, and I kept, whenever we were, like, playing for, like, practice or something, I was usually the person that they were like, no, this, you gotta go faster on this note, you gotta go slower on this one, and I was like, okay, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I was in the band. I played the tuba, and the good news about the tuba is that there is no bar to how well you need to play. You can be terrible at it. No one's gonna care.
Yeah.
Okay, you're on a boat with friends. What artist are you listening to?
Hmm. Me, I'd probably be funny. Since we're on a boat, I would turn on sea shanties.
Anyone in mind in particular?
Ah, I gotta find their name. Oh no, if I remember, uh,
I I
if I
had
can find it. Oh my god.
I had a gentleman named Len on the other week, and he said sea shanties too. He said a song called Wellerman.
Oh, Wellerman.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Well, okay, yeah. Oh, the artist is Sail North.
Okay.
They make like some like slight remixes to sea shanties and then like make their own sea shanties and they're really good. And anytime I've like played them out to like my friends, they've always loved them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's a good movie to watch on a Sunday afternoon?
Oh, I don't watch too many movies. Oh. Uh can I be cringy and say the Sonic movie?
Go for it.
Yeah, Sonic 3.
Oh, Sonic 3. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you gotta have Shadow in there. Shadow's the best one.
Debatable. I'm still mad. I haven't seen my boy Silver yet.
Oh.
I feel Silver's been highly underrated. We haven't like seen him since like what Sonic 06, except for like once. And
Well,
then it's always Sonic, always Shadow, always Amy, and I'm like, what about Silver? Did we forget he had a whole like story? Like what happened?
but here's the thing. Does Silver appear in a video game pumping a gun that does not have a pump on it?
No.
Well, I rest my case. No,
Motherfucker don't need the gun. He has telekinesis. He can just be like, bullet, blink.
uh, so, would you ever talk to a stranger unprompted in a public setting?
It would really depend on my mood, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like me myself, like if I'm in like a really good mood, I might like if I'm like in a store or something and somebody's looking at some like a game and like a GameStop or whatever. Like maybe they don't have too much knowledge on it, so like I'll come over and be like, "Oh, you looking at so and so game? Oh, well, I suggest this one." As if I worked in the place.
So,
But like most of the time, like no, I probably would not.
so your hobby, in other words, is to go into GameStop and to pretend you're an employee and confuse people.
I was an employee for a day. That's not even a joke. I kid you not, literally, because one of my mom's friends was a manager for a GameStop, and they were like, "Hey, I'm just really short-handed for holiday workers. Can I like hire you on temporarily?" And I was like, "Oh, sure." And then they brought me on for one day for training, and then just never worked me again.
that I can't help but feel that might be taken personally.
Well, no, cause he did tell me he didn't have enough hours to give, and I was like, then why did you hire me? And he's like, I don't know, I could have used the extra hands. I'm like, but you worked me one day.
Well, on the other hand, if you ever need to work at a GameStop, you have been trained. You're ready.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what we play for. So, which do you prefer, chess or poker?
Poker. I can't play chess at all. I can't. I literally cannot. Anytime I see people like, like in Outlast Trials, how they have a chessboard in like the hub, I will just like join a lobby, see people like waiting for someone at chess, and I'll just stare at them and then I'll walk away. I'm like, nah.
I always try and BS myself into thinking maybe someday I'll like read a book on chess, and then I'll be able to play like a very basic game of it. Maybe someday I'll try and learn, and then I'm like, nah.
Like, that's how I am with either chess or poker. I'm like, I probably know cards more than I know chess, but I'm like, I don't know how to play either one. I'll just start throwing cards out, and then they'll look at me like I'm a weirdo and kick me and be like, "Oh, I thought this was Uno."
Oh, that's not even the worst of it. I'm gonna get tripped up at the betting process. I'm gonna be sitting there looking at my cards, and they're gonna look at me impatient. Are you gonna place a bet or what? Oh God.
These chips, I thought they were candy. What?
What? Why aren't they made of chocolate? I thought we were playing dreidel.
I know chips are supposed to be crunchy, but this is ridiculous.
So, which do you prefer, a home cooked meal or restaurant food?
Probably restaurant food, because I can't cook to save my life. I really can't. I really can't. I once even screwed up making like one of those like pastaroni boxes.
So do you have a favorite restaurant meal? You don't need to get too specific. I don't want you to dox yourself, but
Nah, you good. No, honestly, just Wendy. Either Wendy's or like Chipotle.
Wendy's. I think Wendy's has gotten a lot better since when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, it definitely has. I'm glad I'm not the only person that's noticed it. I'm like, like I crave Wendy's like so much more now than I did back then.
When I was a kid, McDonald's was where it was at.
Mm-hmm.
I will still eat McDonald's, but I thought that Wendy's was lame, and now I go to Wendy's and I'm like, this is kind of it's like elevated fast food now.
Yeah, yeah. Especially like what they have like the biggie bags and stuff, and I'm just like, well, I can get all of this for like $5. Say less.
Yeah. They got this. The thing is I don't eat breakfast anymore, but they have this like 2 for $3 deal that looks tempting as hell to me, and I'm curious, but I'm not. I can't eat it, unfortunately. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite thing that you've ever cooked yourself?
Honestly, just like cupcakes and stuff. I haven't made like much of anything, and it's probably the one thing I found that I could not screw up. It's just sweets. Or no, wait, actually, I did think of another. I actually once made the sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts.
Huh.
Yeah, there was like a whole recipe online for it, and you just like make it in like an ice cream maker. And it's like it was apparently so good that like even my super picky cousin, who, may I add to how picky he is, if his hamburgers were cooked even a degree too high, he would not eat them.
So
he literally ate it and was just like, "Oh, this is good. It's salty. Oh wait, now it's sweet." I'm like dying because he doesn't even know the game.
So when you say sea salt, do you mean sea salt caramel? Is that kind of the thing, or?
No, it's just like sea salt and vanilla.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything
it's
like
really
that.
good though. It's really good.
Yeah, I've never played Kingdom Hearts, so yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, the whole basis of the ice cream is like it's like at first whenever you like eat it, it's like really like salty, but then like as it melts in your mouth, that's when like the vanilla kind of like hits you, and then it just turns to like a really sweet.
Huh.
So like it's got like the salty sweet balance in it.
That sounds very nice.
Yeah.
So, if you had to eat something in your home right now, what would it be?
The entire fridge. I mean, I got a can of SpaghettiOs.
Hey, that's what
Those
this
are
question
pretty
was
good.
made for.
Literally just look to the right of me on my fridge. I'm like, ramen or SpaghettiOs?
All right. What would your ideal vacation look like?
Not much. I don't really like to go anywhere, so honestly, just being able to stay at home and just play my games all week.
So if somebody offered you like a trip to, I don't know, Bermuda, like they had on the 90s game shows.
If somebody like offered me it, if they're like, hey, I'm paying for you to go here, I'd be like, oh, cool, say less and I'll go. But, you know, it's like, I won't go, like, out of my way to, like, plan my own trip type of thing.
Okay. Well, how about this then? Somebody offers you a vacation, all expenses paid, you don't have to worry about a thing or plan a thing. Where would you go?
Probably France.
Is there
Just go sightseeing.
What would you want to see in France?
Everything.
The Louvre?
I don't know. Like I said, just go like sightseeing. Just literally wander around, get lost, and figure out where the hell I am.
Let me see what can I think of that's in France. You have the Louvre, obviously. You have the Arc de Triomphe. You have the tower. That's the only things I can think of. I'm uncultured.
It's okay. I'm even less cultured. We can be uncultured together. We can be lost in the streets of France together.
Okay. Do you have a disaster that you remember fondly?
Not really. I don't think there's really been many quote disasters that have happened. I like the only thing I really remember is just living in my old like trailer park up a neighborhood so many years ago, and there was this person going around stealing all of the kids' bikes. So there was like there was like, I kid you not, like they stole like everyone's bikes and were hiding them, and these people were like in disguises too, like they were wearing masks and everything as they were stealing these like how old was I? Like I think I was like maybe 7 at the time. You don't know how funny it was on the fact of like 15 different like anywhere between 4 to 13-year-old kids were running around the neighborhood looking for this masked man, and we're just like going up to people's doors and we're like, hey, have you seen this masked man on a purple and pink Barbie bike?
I'm not gonna lie to you. A guy going around dressed all in black, stealing children's bikes is a very trailer park thing to happen.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Just checking in on you, seeing how you were.
Sorry, yeah, my roommate walked in.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
All I heard was pink Barbie bike and masked man. Graphite, she doesn't want you. Or he doesn't want you. Come.
Talking to the cat. Dada, just leave him. I'll bring him up later.
Alright. Oh, you know Mint's been wanting to come back down there quite often.
Yeah.
What did you do to the dog?
I didn't do anything to the dog. I gave the dog love and affection. That's all I did. I now have a cat. I'm gonna end up stealing all of their animals ever since I moved in here like a month ago. Like, I keep joking with them. I will literally pick up their animals and be like, I'm stealing your pets now. And they're like, okay, fine. And now they like never stop coming into my room.
I have a friend, he has cats, and every once in a while I'll get a message from him with just random letters, and I'll respond by saying, "Hi, kitty," because I know it's his cat walking across his keyboard.
That's great.
Oh, boy. Okay. So, you find $20 in the street. What do you buy with it?
McDonald's.
Not a bad choice. Do you have a McDonald's meal of choice?
Big Mac.
I do like the Big Mac.
Also, I don't think you can get too much with $20 these days.
I mean, what I would do is, I know that they have, you can get like a 2 for $4 deal on the McDoubles, and so I'll just get a bunch of McDoubles.
Oh, yeah. Is it picking up the cat's meowing? Graphite, stop! I saw the mic light up when he meowed.
So, which is your favorite holiday and why?
Halloween, because then I can go around cosplaying and nobody can tell me, like, hey, you can't do that, you're too old.
What was your favorite costume or cosplay in this case?
I think my favorite that I've done is Silica from SAO. From Sword Art Online.
Yep.
But, you know, whenever I wore it, people kept calling me, you know, because, like, some of them were, like, adults and, you know, or, like, they hadn't watched anime before, and they're just like, are you a band member? And I'm like, sure, I'm a band member. We'll go with that.
This is how Nirvana dressed back in the day.
I had somebody think I was a K-pop singer while
I mean, honestly, that wouldn't be a terrible guess, but no.
I'll say that makes more sense than a band.
Okay, if you could wake up with one talent tomorrow, what would it be?
To be able to talk to animals or like understand them. So I can understand why this one keeps meowing at me. But honestly, like animals see so much, and I'm kind of curious as to like what stories they could tell us. Shut up! What stories they could tell us, especially like dogs and stuff, because you know it's like no matter what you do to like a dog, especially, like they're still gonna come back and like they're still gonna love you even if like you mistreat it. So I'm kind of curious what like even their thought process is in the.
Yeah. Let's see. What's the latest you ever stayed at a party?
Probably just one in the morning. I don't know. I wasn't really ever much of like a party person. I've really only been to like maybe 2 or 3 parties in general.
Yeah, to be honest, in terms of like the rager types of parties, I only ever went to one. I was there for 5 minutes. I was under the impression it was going to be a small get-together with friends. I opened the door. There is standing room only. The host is clearly very, very drunk. I drop off. I go into the kitchen. I drop off a 2-liter of soda, and I walk out the door. This
is the definition of I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't drink. Even if I wanted to be in a place like that, which I definitely don't, I don't drink, so I don't belong there. What's a TV show you felt deserved another season?
Mm. Well, see, my answer to this long ago would have been Phineas and Ferb, but now they're getting another season.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like recently announced that they're working on a new season for it.
I'm not surprised. I know a lot of people who were who really enjoyed that show back in the day.
Yeah. Um. I'd say like the old Teen Titans.
Oh.
Not this new Teen
No,
Titans Go,
say
whatever
no
the
more.
hell that is.
Say
the
no
old
more.
Teen Titans, because that's where it's at.
Oh, the OG.
Mm-hmm.
That was the shit back in the day.
Mm.
Man, and it ended on like the most depressing episode ever, too.
Yeah.
The one where, you know, Beast Boy thinks that it's Terra, and it's not Terra, it's just some girl, although maybe it is, who knows. And it's like, this is
so long.
This is a really melancholy way to end the show.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't do the show justice whatsoever.
But yeah, that show was awesome. So, do you collect anything?
I mean, I guess you could say rubber ducks after, like I collected, like, a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's only, like, a recent thing that's been happening with the rubber ducks. But also, like, one of my friends thought it would be funny to, you know, for Christmas, sent me a whole bulk case of, like, 100 rubber ducks. So now they're just all over my desk, and I'm just gonna start hiding them around the house, maybe, to see if, like, my roommates notice.
Speaking of rubber ducks, I ran into this phenomena recently. Have you ever heard of ducking a Jeep?
Yes.
Have you ever ducked a Jeep?
Yes. Especially by like there was one that I saw that had all of their ducks on display. They had like 50 ducks on their dash, and I was like, hee hee hee, and I said this one on their car, and I was like, hee, go ahead and get the one.
Was it just the plain yellow variety, or did you go for something like creative?
I mean, like, it was kind of like the plain one, but it was like blue.
Oh, okay.
Instead of yellow.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was gonna do that, I wouldn't want to give them just a regular duck. I would want to give them, like, I don't know, the army color, with the camouflage colored duck or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I getcha.
And my final question for the interview: what smell reminds you of home?
That is a very good question. Lavender, probably. Because that was, like, at any time that we went to get, like, air fresheners or whatever, my mom was, like, she was just like, no, we have to get the lavender one. We could not buy any other scent or it would drive her insane.
Lavender is a nice scent. I mean, I wouldn't complain.
It's not that bad, but whenever it's, like, the only smell that you're ever smelling, like, you get sick of it after a while.
Oh, boy. Well, thank you very much for joining me. This has been a very fun interview. I've enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah. I've enjoyed my time.
Nice. And if you are in the audience, you can check out Kane on Twitter/X, whatever it's called these days. And there'll be a link to Kane's card and Twitch channel in the chat to this video. You'll have to put a period in it. I'm gonna try to remember to put an actual link in. Long story short, can't put a real link in the description. I can put a real link in the chat to this video. So the links the links in the description have been missing a period, and I'm like, if I'm trying to advertise these people, I can't do it with a fake link. It doesn't work. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I was your host, Jack Jinseki, and joining me was Kane Kosmos. Good night, everybody.